Hello, Kleis here, Tobari and the Night of the Curious Moon. In the last part, we finished collecting the EX shards, so we're off into, well, the final level again. But, something important that I should probably say before I get too far into this is that I'm actually doing, post-production commentary here because I, didn't record any microphone audio, and I, really didn't want to do this episode over again. So, you won't really miss much if you do skip most of part 1. Maybe around I think the 10-minute mark or so is where you would want to skip to if you just wanted to see the cutscene at the end, because it is different, it's new. But I wanted to leave this in because until the boss fight, I don't die, and I was pretty pleased with that. So, you know, this is just casually playing through the final level. Didn't bring ice with me, but I can hit this block with my staff. I also apparently can walk halfway into a flame. So yeah, we've got full life again. And, you know, we do the level. I'll have a lot more to say in the other level. Yeah. Of course, the other level is much more difficult, because it's the level that you can't get to until you have all the moon shards, and yeah. So yeah, just being careful around these black rabbits. I figured out that it was easier to bounce on them by walking off at the right time than to go down and hit them with a fireball. We're already in the World 3 section of the final level. And you gotta be careful around that cactus, right? So, just taking our time, then jumping through sand. And getting 1-ups. 1-ups are good to have. So, the ice parts. On my first play of the level, I thought this was actually easier getting the moon shard than going the normal route. So I ended up deciding to do that again after a bit of walking back and forth and realizing that the moon shard is the lower path. Because it took until about now to realize there was a lower path down there. I totally forgot where it was. And since I have airbound, I figure I can get there easily. And then I didn't know if you could run over 1 tile wide gaps, so I didn't risk it. And here, actually, I noticed something interesting, just coming up. It's that once you get to all these red spikes, there isn't a way to jump around them. So you have to get this positioning. So this path is actually a little more difficult than I thought. And then what's kind of funny afterwards, over here, is they give you a ladder to go around, but if you haven't moved, then you already have the right positioning there. So we re-get this moon shard that we don't need. And, well, World 5 segment. You know, in contrast with how careful I had been, we jump forward, we almost dive into a pit to get a heart. But, you know, then I take care of some enemies. You know, it's just at the beginning that we just charge forward. Man, the Master Hand! Again, there are many of him. Skip the chain, apparently. Forgot about that. Carefully avoid the ghosts. I almost called them boos. They are not Mario ghosts. And make it. Full life going into the World 6 section. Airbound continues to be the best skill in the game. I investigate the shops for a bit. I decide that everything there is pointless, though. Get down, because there was a down arrow. So that's when you know you gotta get down, like it's Saturday night, because that's when I'm recording this. Even though I did the actual gameplay Saturday morning, but this post commentary is Saturday night after I've already edited for length. Because the original recording, before being split into 2 parts, was 1 hour and 17 minutes. So I cut about half an hour out of it. Yay, checkpoint. Buy our health up, but it doesn't actually help me this first time. I still get killed. Spoilers. By the way, as I'm recording this commentary, I can't actually hear the video. I can only see it. Oh, I ditch... Oh yeah, I ditched that because I know I'm gonna get bomb, and I want to use fire until then. So this scene is exactly the same as it was before the fight. But I read it. I guess I could have edited past it here, but I wanted to have an opportunity where I could say that the scene was exactly the same. Yeah. Eventually the fight starts, except the fight doesn't start because I edit past it to the part where I die. Yeah, I mean, there's still a way to help Yuna, just like last time. You beat her up, and then Firelina's light powers take care of things. You never need to be alone, I'll save you, and then here's the part where I die. I found out that you can get sword from her, because she was spawning enemies, so I got ready to get stuff, and yeah. Oh, here I stood still because I thought I was dead, because I forgot that I had gotten a hit point from Firelina. But yeah, I was getting ready to get the bomb power, and I ended up hitting Hina with my staff, and so that's why I got sword that one time. So here's the winning run. You can tell because I haven't already edited to the part where I die. Yeah, the initial runs, the main problem was I forgot to manipulate her position. I would be in the middle, and then she would back up against the wall, and then I'd actually have to dodge stuff. I mean, come on. So why do I have freeze here? Oh yeah, because I forgot to buy fire, and then I hit her and got freeze. Actually, did I start intentionally not buying fire? That might have happened. Yep. So I have a really bad phase 1, but that happened every run. We get health back because we beat a phase. Spawn stuff, I get bomb. Most important power in this fight. Deals so much damage. And, you know, spam bombs everywhere. And I should have jumped left there instead of to the right. Or rather, I shouldn't have curved back to the right. To give myself more time to land and then jump for the second of the waves. It's that attack. You know, bombs, they still deal massive damage just like the first time I won the fight. I didn't actually notice the stream in the middle there, so it really caught me off guard. Pick up the health, fail to jump over that. You can actually succeed at it. I did once in the cut part. And, then bombs explode and we win. And now we have a new cutscene at the end. Although I think it starts the same. Yeah. Firelina tells the darkness to desist. And she wakes up, or comes to her senses or whatever. And we went above and beyond. And yeah, the light's responsible for messing up the world, the power of the Lunarian Stone, the school secret, linking the lake to the moon and throwing our world into chaos. Moon sickness has arrived. So just what is going on? On the moon there live 2 tribes, one of light and one of darkness. Though they are light and dark, neither is necessarily evil. They work to brighten up the moon and darken it when it rests, respectively. And Firelina is part of the light tribe, daughter to the head of the Lumina. And among the dark tribe, the Ten, a friend named Lucia. Lucia's father leads the Ten. The tribe studied how to utilize moonlight for everyday convenience, but while moonlight is handy, if used too much, it weakens the moon. If the moon lost its power, we wouldn't be able to live on it. Until now, we lived peacefully, getting along and being careful with the moon. But the researchers studying the moonlight began pushing the moon to its limits. The head of the Ten told the light researchers to put a stop to their studies, and they didn't. They secretly used more and more of the moonlight. Your father finally put a stop to it, but then the moon lost its energy and became sick, and the darkness of the stagnant moon took control. So that's what happened. And Tobari would have never guessed. The moon sought help from Lucia, who was proficient with the power of darkness. Lucia's power kept getting stronger, and the moon grew darker. At this point, I do not think Lucia can stop the darkness flowing from her. As the moon was engulfed in rampant darkness, the tribes began warring. People's quarreling hearts, Lucia's sadness melted into the darkness. That is the moon sickness. So that's it. The moon must be crying. You wanted to stop Lucia before things went too far, but your mother and father said it was dangerous and performed a ritual to send you here. And you just wanted to be with Lucia. And you don't know what's happening on the moon, but you love Lucia. And Tobari knows how Faralina feels, so we'll go help her. And even though the Lunarian Stone alone won't have enough power, because we need energy that won't succumb to the darkness, Faralina soon notices that Tobari has a bunch of moon shards and is sparkling, because they're lighting up. With that much crystallized moonlight, then maybe. Makes a gigantic tower that you can actually get to the moon with. And, yeah. It's quite the tall tower, and you gotta climb it. Moon is kind of far away. Actually, that reminds me that oh yeah, there's no kind of whooshy light warp thing you can do. Yeah, in one game, Titleist, there was an achievement for moving stuff a certain number of pixels equal to the number of meters to the moon, and it took forever to get. And, yeah. We're leaving Hina behind because she's not in any condition for moving out and going to the moon and stuff. And Faralina will stay behind with Hina to make sure that she's okay, because Lady Tobari will go help Lucia. And, yeah. Plus, as a hall miner, it's Tobari's duty to take action whenever the world isn't behaving. And no, Faralina, I already explained why you can't go. Because we don't know what'll be there, and we can't leave Hina alone, and you should come with Hina later. Okay, if anything happened to you, Lady Tobari, I would be sad. And I know it would make Hina sad too, so I insist you don't let anything happen. Guess what it does? Or at least I died a bunch. Why are you calling me Lady Tobari? Aren't we friends by now? You're not so formal with Hina. Musical note. Okay, I understood, Tobari. I'll call you Tobari. And see you later, Tobari. And we're best friends. When I'm in trouble, you can save me, alright? Thanks for everything, and we're off! And, yeah, it's not in the extra world,